2, 3. All right, check. Cool. All right, we're recording. Cool. Done. All right. Right on. Well, let's just jump into it right now.
Jumping in.
Let's jump right in. Jump. Okay. Let's do this. So we're gonna talk. Oh yeah. We got our intro music. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We had a
Cool.
10-second intro.
Yeah. 10-second intro. That's dope.
Of just the middle of a song.
Yeah. It's great.
It's fine.
All right.
Like
Well. All right. Well. Let's start. So, let's do this sports show and some topics that we have thrown down here, and let's pop them up. So right now we're in the middle of the. Well, not in the middle of it. Kind of maybe in the middle of it. I don't know. We
Hopefully towards the end.
We don't even know. Hopefully towards the end. Coronavirus. Hopefully. There
aren't really many signs that say that we're towards the end, other than we're going back to real life.
Yeah.
Back to reality.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like we're going back maybe soon, but it's still a long process. So there's not a lot of sports for us to really talk about. But
Got the UFC.
we do have some. The UFC's coming back, so that's good. And I mean, there is some things that I guess there's always things you can talk about when it comes to sports. There's always,
96 Bulls.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, right. Yeah.
97 Bulls.
Yeah.
Bulls.
The Bulls.
Bulls.
Yeah.
Detka.
Yep. So there's a lot of that.
They never talked too much about Jackson back in those days.
Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
Oh yeah.
They always talk about the Bulls.
No.
They never. They probably brought him up, but I missed it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I gotta watch that series. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I've watched some of it. So I've watched, I think, part of the first episode, but it was on really late. Yeah. So things are weirder now in sports. We don't know if sports will come back or if they'll come back with fans or all that. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, do you even want sports back without fans? I mean, at this point, I'll take anything that I can get, but I think that once it actually happens, it's going to look really weird. It's going to look really, really weird.
You know what I thought was really interesting is like how excited Conor McGregor seemed at the prospect of fighting without fans in the arena.
Yeah.
He seemed like really excited about that, which kind of throws me because I thought he fed off the fans.
Yeah.
And like he fed the fans, and it was like a symbiotic relationship when
Maybe
they were all
not.
in the arena together. But
Maybe it's just more of a distraction for him. I don't know.
maybe it's a distraction, which is very interesting. 'Cause he plays up to it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I wonder why he would be more. I don't know.
But I think if he fights Gaethje, that he better fight him at 170, because I think if they fight at 155, it's another embarrassment for Conor.
Yeah.
Because
I think he is. I think he is going to fight him at 170. I think it's that if that happens, but I think that's.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
They're saying it's going to be Gaethje and Khabib.
Yeah, it's going to be Gaethje and Khabib.
But the way these things always kind of end up panning out, like it's weird. Like Conor will probably end up getting his way. Just watch.
Maybe eventually, but I don't think right away. I think he's acted up and thrown his little tantrums and been his little Conor and whatever else, his little prima donna. I think Dana White needs to say, look, no, we're going to slap you. We're going to put you back in your little corner. Okay, we got some other people here who are actually legitimate fucking fighters and aren't just a circus show. And we're going to give them a chance. Like, these are legitimate, serious, world-class ass fighters in the prime of their careers, and give them the shots. instead of making it a circus. That's Conor McGregor. It's like whenever Conor fights, it's like here comes the circus in town. Here he comes, and it's blah, blah, which is great. Sells tickets and all that kind of stuff. It's wonderful and everything. But at the same time, there's some real diehard fight fans that are like, hey, I want to see a real fight, not just a circus and a show with Conor. Like he, half of his mind's in his whiskey business, half of his mind's like whatever, sniffing.
He's got kids now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a kid. He's got his wife.
He's got a few new cars. Got his legs and other and arms and whatever in other things. He's not totally really in to UFC. It feels for me. It feels kind of like it doesn't feel authentic when Conor fights. It feels kind of like I'm just gonna walk in there and I'm gonna make a bunch of money, sell some tickets, put on a show, and then peace out later. Whether I win or lose, I don't care. I'm gonna make a bunch of money doing it.
If he came out and he beat Justin Gaethje up,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Then people would be like, "Whoa, watch out for Conor."
Yeah, well,
again. But
how old is Conor? He's getting up there.
He's got to be like 28, 29, maybe 30.
Yeah, I think he's in his 30s. I think he might be like 31 or something.
Possible.
Yeah.
But he's not like that old. That's not that old. I mean,
no. Well,
it's not that old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be 41 in 3 weeks.
Yep. Right.
Last 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
All right.
Oh my God, 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right. Next thing on the plate here: the state of the Eagles and Niners, because as everybody knows, that's the Niners.
Two best teams in the NFL.
Yeah. Right. Those are our teams. So we'll let you talk on the Eagles first and tell me what state the Eagles are in and how they did in the draft. Because I'm sure you watched every second of it, right?
I've never been a big draft person.
No?
I'm more into fantasy football drafts than I am into actual NFL draft. But I felt like they did a really good job. They got some, they got a good backup quarterback.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
possible
know,
starter quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody who might have to lead them into the postseason.
You never know. I mean, Carson Wentz, I love him to death.
He's fragile.
He's not always there in week 17 or beyond that.
Exactly.
He might have the team where it needs to be by week 17 and beyond, but he might not be there after that.
He just sets it up for the backups so they can take.
Jalen Hurts is I think he's one of the better.
He's a real deal.
He's one of the better possible backups out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe possible starters.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Marquise Goodwin, I liked that. I liked that pickup.
Yeah, you like that one
with the little trade.
Okay,
during the draft, that made me smile.
All right, yeah.
I was a big fan of that one guy that they picked up in the draft. Rager, I believe his last name was Rager.
Yeah. Okay.
He's kind of a smaller wide receiver, but very quick.
All right.
Runs all over the place.
So a lot of offense and more offense than defense this round. This time around. Barely. Barely. They had 9 picks, right?
9 picks. 4 out of 9 were defensive.
Okay.
I like the last pick. They got somebody from Stanford. It's always a good pickup. I don't know.
Because they're smart. They put some brains on the team.
Stanford turns out fine football players almost always.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, name a shitty Stanford player.
Yeah,
try
it.
True.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, just saying, Zach Ertz. You ever heard of that guy?
Yeah.
Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true.
Just pointing it out.
Yeah, Stanford has turns out some good players, which is weird. Stanford, of all places, to think. Yeah, that's like the hardest school. I think so. It's like it's been rated like the hardest school of the hardest college.
The hardest, straight up hardcore.
Like the hardest classes, the hardest curriculum, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that is.
Harder than Harvard?
Yeah, harder than Harvard, yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's fucking hard. That's hardcore. all right, my Niners are great this year. I can't wait. They had an awesome draft. They picked up a great wide receiver that they need really bad to help spread the defense and get over the top of the defense. Named Brandon. Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, Ayuk. He's dope. And so that's going to be great. And then we got a great defensive tackle, Javon Kinlaw. I'm really, really happy with that. It's going to make their front four super, super strong. So we're looking good. We're probably going to win the Super Bowl this year. So that's great. All right. All right, going back to UFC, John Jones. Is John Jones going to fight Ngannou? And who wins that fight? Holy crap. The UFC gods are going to have a rumble in the jungle.
If that's a real fight, I mean, if that's actually something that's going to happen.
It sounds like it.
I can't bet against John Jones. Sorry.
It's hard to bet against John Jones.
But Ngannou looks like a big, giant, like...
He's a
big, scary motherfucker.
Yeah. he's just an animal. That's gonna be tough. And then it's gonna be insane. I want to see that fight though. I really want to see that fight. That's gonna be God, I hope that happens. That would be amazing. And then next thing on the docket, what's next for Gaethje after winning that big fight? That was a big fight for him. Gaethje kind of has always been this kind of quiet guy. It's kind of always been in the shadows, I feel. He's never really had any big breakout fights. This was a big fight. This is a big fight, I think, on a big ticket, a big card, pay-per-view. This was a big one, I think, for him, and he's going to ride that momentum and take on Khabib.
I mean, I guess that's what they're saying now. But I mean, we all know how
it's going to happen.
We all know how the UFC works.
Yeah, but it's going to happen.
It works in like a zero predictable manner.
I don't understand why it
no
wouldn't.
predictability.
I don't understand why they would not. Why would you not have that fight? That's a great fight.
But like again, like if I'm Justin Gaethje, then maybe I do want to make a big payday. Like he said not too long ago that he had like 3 fights left in him. That was pre this last fight, so now I guess he has 2 left. So one's gonna be to win the championship. Then what's gonna be the other one? He's gonna defend it and lose it, or he's gonna defend it and win it and retire, or he's gonna fight Conor and then he's gonna fight Khabib.
He'll never get total respect as a UFC fighter in his career if he doesn't fight Khabib at some time.
He's not going to beat Khabib.
It's just a matter of time of when does he... Exactly, but when does he want to...
He's not going to beat...
Exactly, so it just depends on where does he want to have the loss. Does he want to have it now, or does he want to have it later at the end? Beat Conor, does he want to beat somebody else first?
Beat Conor and then go lose to Khabib. That's what I say.
Yeah, or does he want to lose to Khabib
and then go beat
and then
Conor.
maybe he just falls into the shadows again, and then Conor takes the spotlight again. I don't know, what happened, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
It remains to be seen, but
that's going to be pretty interesting to see what unfolds this summer. Apparently, this summer is when it's supposed to happen, so maybe we'll see that. That would be just fantastic.
That never happened either, that Tyron Woodley fight.
No, that's right. That's right. Oh man. There were so many sports that got canceled. God, what an awful thing.
Well, now that Conor's fighting at 170, why doesn't he fight Tyron Woodley?
Whoa, I don't know, man.
I think Conor is a much scarier fighter at 170 than he ever was at 150, personally.
Yeah.
Because do you think he stands a chance against Tyron Woodley? I think he does.
Yeah, for
at
sure,
170.
For sure. Conor stands a chance against anybody, for sure.
At 170, I think he does. I think at 150 he's done, personally. Because I just don't think he can drop the weight and stay powerful and stay.
Yeah, it never works out good when you're dropping the weight like that. I think his frame, just the way he looks, he looks better at 170 for sure. I think
He does. He looks so much better against
for
Cowboy
sure.
than I had ever seen him.
Yeah,
like.
he looks better. He looks too small when. Yeah. How about this? They were thinking there's this rumor floating around about the UFC possibly considering maybe doing weight classes every 10 pounds instead of the way they have it right now.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly how they work.
I think that kind of makes sense.
I guess it must be every 15 pounds right now.
I think so.
171. I think it just changes.
Yeah.
Between weights. I think it's like less change in the lower weights and then more change in the higher weights. I can
maybe. I don't know, but they were talking about that the other day. That's an interesting concept.
So what is 250 even like scheduled? I don't think they have 250 scheduled.
No, I don't think so.
That's just crazy. But they got 252 down, sort of.
252.
Or no, these are all TBAs. Never mind. It's just on this. I'm just looking at the schedule.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, all I can really say is what's happened recently. And honestly, what I really want to fucking see is fucking Masvidal and Usman. That's what I want to watch.
Oh,
when is that going to happen? That's going to happen like at the end of the summer.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. There's so many good fights that are out there. Because of the
oh wow, that was supposed to be a headline of a fight night from the end of March was the Ngannou and Rosenstruck.
Oh really?
Just a little tidbit, which I just found out.
Okay. Well, apparently they're going to be having like UFC fights like every weekend between now and the end of the year now because of the coronavirus delayed things so much. They're just going to be fighting. So there's a lot of good fighting coming up here. So that'll be good to watch. God, I love the UFC. Thank God they're doing something and trying it to move forward and still have fights.
Yeah, I mean it's a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little
with
weird.
With no fans and whatnot, but
it's got to start.
I kind of hardly
somewhere.
notice, and it's almost better watching with like actual fight fans, like actual coaches and like people that are.
We'll see. I was
inside the fighting game. Like, watching from the sidelines, you can hear their reactions are a little better than like just a bunch of people yelling in the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering, like, you could probably hear the fighters and like the coaches more.
A little bit.
You know, as to like what they're saying. I wonder, or I wonder if like if they would muffle that, like, because maybe they don't want them hearing really what they're saying. I don't know.
I don't think it matters from what I've heard fighters
talk
about in the past. Like fighters
doesn't matter.
Really seem to think that it matters. Like,
okay.
They're so focused that you could say anything.
Yeah.
Like all they're listening to is their own corner.
Okay.
Like anybody else could be saying anything, and they're focused.
Okay.
So that's what I've, watched like some shows and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bunch of YouTube videos.
Yeah. Cool. Right on. Well, yeah. Well, all right. Well, we'll wrap it up, and then we'll do another one here next week and see. Hopefully, there's more sports to talk about. There's more.
Soccer's supposed to be coming back soon.
Yeah, soccer coming up.
Premier League's coming back.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God soccer's coming back.
But I don't really know what's going on with the Premier League. I don't know who's on what team. There's been a lot of shake-up.
There has been a lot of
stuff going on. I need to get FIFA 20 so I can actually know what's happening in soccer.
Yeah. You gotta buy a video game. Yep.
Well, it's just
Yeah,
doesn't come on at the right
no,
time.
I know what you mean, man.
It
Dude.
comes on at 9 in the morning. I'm not. Who's up at 9 in the morning?
Come on, kind of
On a Saturday.
Yeah, what happens?
Sunday.
Come on,
Give me a break.
Come on, yeah.
That's why nobody sees those actual American football games that they play in London either.
Yeah, because
they're 9 in the morning.
Yeah, come on.
People.
Yeah, it's out of control. People.
Who knows? Hey, maybe now.
Yeah.
Maybe people will tune in at 9 in the morning now.
Yeah.
If it's the only sporting event on.
Oh,
only
man.
game in town.
Just give me some sports, anything, please. Just anything. Just come on, something that's legitimate, not marble rolling or whatever. None of that.
Don't dog the marble rolling.
Well,
man.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably cool, but I think I was watching
Slimer.
I was watching
one of my favorite marbles.
Yeah, Slimer. I was watching.
Well, it's the dragon's egg.
Yeah,
it's a dope ass marble.
Yeah, so you're right. I mean,
what else?
I was watching professional cornhole the other day.
Okay, I haven't dipped that far.
Yeah, it gets rough sometimes, man.
I could play cornhole, but
Yeah.
to watch cornhole, that's different.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched almost the whole tournament. God, it was awful. But it was great. I just couldn't take my eyes off.
Hey, if that does it for you, then
it's what you gotta do.
Boxing. When is all right, Canelo Triple G? And when's
boxing gonna happen again?
When's my homeboy gonna fight that other homeboy? My other homeboy.
Yeah.
When is Lomachenko gonna fight freaking Teofimo Lopez? That's the fight I want to see.
Okay.
That will be
That's
two tiny dudes beating each other up, but they're gonna beat each other up real
bad.
sick like.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I'm down to see it.
Connor's gonna fight. Who's the other boxer he's gonna fight? Oh yeah, De La Hoya.
Oh jeez. What at like 140?
It doesn't even matter. That's never gonna happen. Right. But they're talking about it.
That's hilarious.
Oscar De La Hoya takes aim at Conor McGregor, says he'd knock him out in 2 rounds.
How about this? Conor McGregor against Mike Tyson at 170.
Mike, what's Mike walking around at these days?
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, Mike probably have to drop some weight, but I don't know. Maybe not. He's not that tall, so maybe he could do it.
Well, he used to fight
Dude,
I think he's too big.
Mike Tyson.
I don't think Tyson could drop to 170.
Do you think Tyson could fight in the UFC right now? Dude, if Tyson could do it, could do one fight, could pull
I don't think
one
he can
fight.
fight in the UFC. He might be able to box. I don't think he can fight in the UFC personally. Not seriously. Not against a serious opponent. Not against somebody who
knows.
is ready to kick his ass. Because he's not ready for someone to kick him in the shins or try and roundhouse him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could fight with the fists all day. That's what I'm saying. He could get out in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
I don't see him getting out in the octagon.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody may kick something. He might be done. Yeah. I don't know. He just needs to land one punch, and then he'll rattle your insides for sure. That'll be, crazy. All right, cool.
Word
up. Well, maybe next week or
we'll have sometime soon. Sometime when
we'll have some more, some more sports that.
Sometime when I've had a nap.
Yeah.
In the recent.
All right.
Interim.
Yep. Cool, everybody. Thanks.
All right.